So last week I released QuantCrawler Trend, and it's available to any QuantCrawler member, whether you're a trialing member just trying it out free for 30 days, or you're a $9.99 a month member, $10 a month. You have access to QC Trend or QuantCrawler Trend. And is what this does. You can see it behind me on the chart. It basically has a money line, a smart line that it's following, and when momentum moves in the direction of a bullish or bearish pattern, it prints a bullish or bearish pill, and then you can start to scalp off of that if you want. You can use it as an added layer of confluence to know that the direction from what it's seeing with its EMA ADX blend that creates this line, that you are moving in the right direction, or at least trading in the right direction. Now, I'm not saying that this is going to allow you to quit your day job. Maybe it could, but that's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying this is going to retire you. I'm just saying this is an added confluence indicator that will help you. And I'm going to show you on the chart that if you're thinking of going long, but you're in a bearish trend, you should probably not be going long. So let me show you what it looks like. And again, anybody can get access to this. You can try it free for 30 days. You just go to quantcrawler.com and register, and then you can enter in your TradingView username, and my script will auto add you to it within 30 minutes. So you can see here, I'm on the 1 minute time frame, and I am, if you guys have never seen my channel or anything like that, you know that I'm very transparent. You can watch any of my videos. I show you the good and the bad, and you can already tell based on where these are printing bullish and bearish, which ones are winners and which ones are losers. You can see here, if I just take the ruler tool, actually, let me just zoom in on this so I can show you exactly how, when you're mapping this, you want to be doing it. So this indicator does not repaint. If you don't know what repainting is, it basically means as this candle is moving and this volume is coming in and this is popping around, this bullish pill won't show up and then disappear. All of these are at bar close. So this candle has to close in order for this to print. As soon as you would actually see this is when this candle closes. So when I start to measure all of these out, they're always going to be on the next candle after you see one of these indications. So I hate repainting indicators. Anything that shows you go short and then it disappears, it doesn't work, and I don't like it. And also, people who have indicators that they advertise essentially can, within TradingView, fabricate their back tested results by having look forward on and things like that. I don't do repainting. I don't like it. It's not something that I do. So that's how this works. So when we start to measure this, we're always going to be on the candle after this signal is generated, because you wouldn't see this until this candle closes. So if I grab my ruler tool, you can see right here, we would have entered, and this would have ran up to, at its peak, 69 points. Not saying you would have caught the whole way, but, and you did happen to catch the top, you're about 70 points on MNQ right there. And this is at 7:37 Eastern Standard Time. So we're already at 70 points there. This one here, you would have entered right here. And before it breaks, you could have ran it all the way down, if you were really timing it right, to a 170 point drop. And the other piece with this is you're not really running these with really high stop losses. You can see this one here, before you would have hit your actual stop loss, you would have had a 10-point retraction. So these are running at essentially no drawdown. 10 points on MNQ is 20 bucks. And then from here, it just runs down to a 160 point take profit, would have been a $320 profit on a $20 risk. That's incredible. It's a 1 to 16 risk to reward right here. This one that we looked at first back here, if we were going bullish, we would have been able to run tight an 8-point stop loss to a potential 70-point run up. That's a 1 to 8. So barely any drawdown when these are triggering. Now, not just, again, for full transparency, you can see here on this one flags bullish after this massive volume candle. And right here, you most likely would have lost this one. And then it starts ping ponging. You go bearish and it pulls back. You most likely would have lost these two. Again, like I told you guys, the transparency part of it, I'm not out here trying to fabricate. Look how incredible. This is 100% win rate. Just follow these and it'll work. It's not what I'm saying. I'm just showing you that this is calling really big moves during the day. So we have right here a bullish candle. You would have had to have about a 40-point stop on MNQ at $2. That's an $80 stop loss to a $300 take profit if you caught the top. I'm not saying you would have, again, but if you did, that would have been great. Right here going bearish, comes down, you would have entered here. If you had an appropriate stop loss in here, this would have been the most aggressive 65 points. But you can also see, if you would have zoomed out when this flipped bearish, this basically stayed bearish the whole way down and caught a 400-point move from its highest point to its lowest point. This would have been a small win right here if you were playing everything correctly. This short would have been a win with very little drawdown. And then with all of the earnings report that came in great at the end of the day, you can see we flipped bullish right here. Again, very little drawdown all the way up to right before market close. That's a 768 point call when it flips bullish and runs up. So there's a lot of movement here you can catch with this trend indicator. Now, I'll also go show you how it looks on Forex, just because this does work on Forex as well. I'm not going to map each one, but you can see here from where it flagged to here, there's 22 points. Here it is bearish. You would have entered down here at the bottom. You, of course, would have had some drawdown, but then all the way down here, that's a 47-point move on XAU. Bullish there, bearish, that's probably a loss similar to the MNQ trend we just looked at. Bearish, that's a win. Here's a big bullish pill, that's a win. Another big bearish drop. You can just see how it's working, and it's pretty consistent. You can see also in our Discord, John made a couple of posts. John was trading the 30-second time frame because he's crazy, and I actually think he was on NQ. He passed 5 evaluations this morning on the 30-second time frame using this exclusively, and passed 5 accounts today on Apex. So he was just basically just playing the pills as they pop up, and he was running them down. So big drops, 30-second time frame. Bullish, he again was going in, caught it. Bearish caught it, and he put screenshots in the Discord. You guys can go see it in the announcements channel, but all of these right here, he's catching these waves, and he passed 5 evaluations this morning on it. So again, this right here is QC Trend. You can get access to it through QuantCrawler.com, free for 30 days. After that, if you want it to continue, as well as get access to the platform, $9.99 a month. And this is the QC Trend indicator that came out just a few days ago and can definitely help you with your trading.